Hare Krishna, everybody. So I'm just continuing reading from the article that we ran out of time. There's a bunch of disturbance in the beginning of our program, so we weren't able to finish the article. We started the program late, and so yeah, just gonna finish the article now. Here it is. But if you're watching this video and you haven't watched the first part, first watch the first part, and then you can watch this afterwards. Okay, so continuing this article, Vidya and Vedana by Śrīla Bhakti Sāraṅga Gosvāmī Mahārāja. Empty trance. The Shankar of Malabar, with his overinflated erudition, exercised his intellect on the process of negation, relying solely on knowledge derived through direct sense perception, aparoksha gyan. He regarded the Lord as an entity within the grasp of intellect and became situated in trance on that conception. Yet in that trance, no emotion nor any love for Sri Adhokshach arose in his heart. He was therefore unable to transcend the stage of presuming the absolute reality to be within the comprehension of material senses. And Bodhisattva, that's Sakyasingha Buddha, the enlightened one, regarded the voidous trance that he had once buried himself in as he sat beneath the Bodhi tree as the highest precepts there is. We do not wish to become as unenlightened as the enlightened one, or as overinflated with erudition as Shankar or Malabar. Sri Bodhayan Muni, on the other hand, represents our ideal. There's a footnote here. It says, Sri Bodhayan Muni was a major proponent of the Vaishnavas. He was a major proponent of the Vaishnava theistic interpretation of the Vedanta Sutra and the author of the Brahma Sutra Vritti, which predates Shankaracharya's Shariraka Bhashya. Interesting. By following his example, Sri Bodhayan Muni's example, we will be saved from the clutches of the two kinds of trance just mentioned. In the land of Sri Purushottam, we will sit by the shore of the ocean in Bodhayan Kutir, which lies not far from the sacred samadhi of Srila Haridas Thakur. There, by serving Shri Gaur Gadadhar, who are situated atop Chatak Parvat, we can discover the Unata Ujjvala Ras of Sri Gopinath. And Unata Ujjvala Ras. Unata means the highest mode of loving service to Sri Bhagavan. And the blazingly effulgent, Ujjvala, the blazingly effulgent paramour love conceived of by the Braj Gopis. In other words, Madhurya Ras, unwedded conjugal love of God. The pains of transcendent love. Yugayitam nimeshena chakshusha pravrishayitam shunyayitam jagat sarvam govinda virahena me. That's Shikshashtakam verse 7. O Saki, in separation from Govinda, even a moment seems like a millennium. Tears begin to shower from my eyes like rain from the clouds, and this entire world seems void. These words, spoken by Sri Gaur, condemn the two kinds of trance mentioned before, and impart to our hearts an emotion so mighty that we regard it as thousands of times superior to Brahma Sukh, that is, the felicity that arises from eliminating all mundane feelings and imagining oneself to be one with the unchangeable Brahma. What joy is there in a heart where only the pretentious imitation of happiness can be found, and where feelings of loving service to Govinda never arise? What joy can be in such a heart? There's only imitation of happiness, and feelings of loving service to Govinda never arise. The feelings that arise in the hearts of mundane lovers by the influence of Madan, the mundane god of love, in times of separation and in times of union, cannot be equated with the feelings of separation and meeting experienced in relation to Sri Madan Mohan, the transcendental god of love, who even enchants the heart of Madan. On the other side, we must distance ourselves from Brahmasukh, the happiness of monistic emancipation. Only when we follow the guidance of Sri Gaura's devotees, and thus learn to experience the feelings or the pains of separation from Sri Govinda within our heart, will we achieve supreme joy. In the home of Srivas Thakur, known as Srivas Angan, there was a maid who served the devotees of Sri Gaur when they came there. Her name was Dukhi Devi, the sad one. But Sriman Mahaprabhu changed her name to Sukhi, which means the happy one. There's a footnote here. It says, see Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat Madhya Khanda, chapter 25, verses 11 to 22. Bearing the pangs of separation from Sri Govinda that arise within our hearts, and calling out as we weep loudly and piteously, Hey Krishna, we will cross the ocean of mundane existence. O seekers of the impersonal absolute, the painless joy of emancipation you are presently fantasizing about in your distressed state will soon become very painful for you. The forceful winds will make the serene ocean of your heart surge and overflow. Why? Know that Sri Madhva Muni, Sri Madhvacharya, the incarnation of the wind god, Vayu Devata, is known as the Guru of the whole world because he makes the most serene hearts into places of agonizing feelings of love for Sri Krishna. Ananda Tirtha Nama Sukhamaya Dhama Yatir Jiyat. Sorry, I don't know the meter for this. I'm just saying it however. Sangsararnavataranim Yamiha Jana Kirtayanti Buddha. That's from the Prameya Ratnavali. All glories to the crest jewel of sannyasis, Sri Ananda Tirtha Madhva Muni, who is the abode of divine joy. The most learned personalities have praised him as the sturdiest of boats who can carry the conditioned souls across the ocean of material existence. Sublime joy. It is the work of illusion that one should fantasize about feeling joy by becoming bereft of all feeling. That is illusion. Moha janamiya, right? Anitya sangsare. There are those who cannot comprehend the conception of loving separation, vipralamba, from the Lord. They assert the doctrine that perpetual union with him, sambhog, is superior. They thus make themselves incapable of performing anukula krishnanushilanam, constant fervent endeavors born of genuine kindness toward him, which ultimately result in his greatest well-being. We note that, even in this world, the total absence of cold would render heat torturous. Similarly, without the presence of heat, there would be no pleasure in feeling cold. In the absence of one, the presence of the other shall never be appealing. Mundane natural scientists say, both coolness and warmth are delightful when they coexist, and neither of them is so when they exist apart by itself. Consequently, both of them are painful in the absence of the other. Moreover, when hunger and food exist together, they are both delightful. But in the absence of food, hunger is painful, and vice versa. There's a footnote here. The entire paragraph appears in English in the Bengali article. Interesting. However, in the land of divine love, in the land of prem, both union and separation yield sublime joy. In monistic emancipation, Sayujya Mukti, joy turns into distress due to the absence of feeling. Some therefore say that the aim of impersonal emancipation, which is to mitigate both joy and distress, is only possible by cultivating divine love. Since in the realm of divine love, both the object of love, the Lord, and the resting place of love, his devotees, would realize profound happiness even in laying down their own lives for each other, such love leaves no scope for any mundane joy and distress. Mundane sentiments, which stem from adulterated consciousness, can never be equated with the feelings that arise from pure consciousness. The life and soul of the godless knowledge. Bharata bhumite hoilo manusha janma jai Janma sartak kori koro para upakar. That's Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila 941. If someone has taken human birth in the sacred land of India, he must make his life successful by striving to actualize the greatest welfare for all. Achieving the greatest welfare, para upakar, obviously does not mean destroying one's own soul along with everyone else's by pursuing temporarily pleasing goals of no true significance just because of the goading of one's impetuous brain. Rather, it means to cleanse the mirror of one's own heart and at the same time cleanse the mirrors of all others' hearts through the medium of Sri Krishna Sankirtan. It is only possible for Sri Krishna to appear in a heart that is Vishuddha, supremely pure. As a secondary result of Sri Krishna Sankirtan, the blazing fire of mundane existence is extinguished, and one attains one's ultimate good. Sri Krishna Kirtan is the life and soul, it is the jivan of the goddess of knowledge, who is like his bride, Vidyavadhu. And there's a footnote here, it says, see Shikshashtaka verse 8. Wait, that's first verse. Anyways, whatever. A bride without life would have no feeling in her heart, no movement in her limbs, no cheer on her face, no enticing glance in her eyes, and no consciousness in her being. The expressionless, unblinking stare of a lifeless woman can actually spark her lover's feelings of detachment, for it is sure that she can never join him in amorous pastimes. Knowing that a lifeless material body will soon rot away, we find it urgent to give up our association with it, for it is no more than a corpse. Wow. So we will relinquish our pursuit of the, I don't know this word, cadaverous bride. What's the meaning? It means resembling a corpse and being very pale, thin, or bony. Okay, so we will relinquish our pursuit of the cadaverous bride of monistic knowledge, for she is completely emptied of life-giving kirtan. She is voiceless, motionless, and totally unconscious. Instead, by the influence of Sri Krishna Kirtan, we will cross the ocean of material existence. We will perform that Krishna Kirtan under the exclusive guidance of his bride, the goddess of supreme transcendental knowledge, Pada Vidyavadhu. For Sri Krishna Kirtan is her very life. Sri Krishna Kirtan causes the ocean of divine joy to surge and swell moment by moment. The petty happiness found in impersonal emancipation is like a glowworm in front of the sun. It is useless to compare it with the nectarian ocean of divine love for Sri Krishna. As a result of performing Sri Krishna Kirtan, one relishes complete nectar at each and every step, and one's proclivity to serve Sri Krishna swells more and more until it entirely engulfs and bathes the soul. May Sri Gurudev, he who performs Sri Krishna Kirtan, be glorified everywhere. May Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the embodiment of Sri Krishna Kirtan, be victorious everywhere. Shruyatam Shruyatam Nityam Giyatam Giyatam Muda Chintayantam Chintayantam Bhaktash Chaitanya Charitamritam. That's from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya Lila, chapter 12, verse 1. O devotees, just listen to it. Listen to it for all time. Sing it and chant it to your heart's delight. Forever meditate and contemplate Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, the nectarian anthology of the life and teachings of Sri Chaitanya, the embodiment of the awakening of ecstatic consciousness through Sri Krishna Kirtan. Om Hari Om. Translated from the Weekly Gaudiya, Year 15, Issue 1, August 1936. By Rays of the Harmonist. This was published in Rays of the Harmonist, number 20, Kartik 2009. So that is the full article. We will be reading this article in our Rays of the Harmonist group in, I think, a couple months from now, or a few months from now. Maybe a couple months, we'll see. So we'll go over the article more carefully then. All right, thank you so much for listening to the end of the article, and I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow to go through the fourth song of Sri Śaraṇāgati, Jovane Jokon. All right, Hare Krishna. How do I end this? Hari Bol.